Hi there, folks. Simmon here with another 2021 TAC Open Tournament match. This time between me and archvenison, as you can see right here. This is going to be in the same tournament rules, 6x6 size, 2 comey for black, meaning if the game ends without a road, black will get 2 added to their flat count. And then it is tournament game type, archvenison is my appointment, 15 minutes on the clock, and a 15-second increment. So archvenison is a very strong player, a top 10 player, and he is. I know he did have that match against Timerot that I recorded and posted up on the YouTube, and that was um, not great. It was anomalous in terms of performance by archvenison, so he is a very tough competitor, and I expect to have a very difficult time with this. Probably going to be splitting these games, although it is possible that I win both or lose both. Definitely could go any way, but I'm going to guess that it's going to be splitting the games here. But yeah, really excited about this. This is the first game of round 4. I think it's actually the first game in the whole tournament of round 4. And my first game of round 4, obviously. And then my next game in round 4 is going to be against Inaria. So some fun games definitely coming up in the next few days. So let's go ahead and get on with game 1. All right. Let's see if I can make something happen. I'm assuming he's going to play either Knight's Opening or he's going to go for the center control, going for that mirrored opening. I'm going to play what I've been playing this whole tournament so far for black, is playing for that immediate edge crawl to cut off momentum. And we'll see how it works out for me. It looks like he's building up. I expect something played at A2 at some point. Not sure what exactly that would be. But if he does play here at either C5 or B5, I am going to be dropping my capstone pretty soon up there, wherever that may be. I thought about dropping a capstone here at B4, but I don't know. I felt like I wanted to wait one more turn to get that in. So we shall see if that was a good decision or not. It looks like white is trying to come up with something to do, probably debating whether or not to drop their capstone at B5 or C5 or something like that. Who decides to go for the flat placement? I'm going to go for the capstone. And so this capstone is nice because it cuts off white from building horizontally along this line. And also the capstone can come over onto C5 and cut off the vertical line all at the same time. It is a strong move, I'd say. And then he places his capstone down here. Good position for it. I immediately drop my flat at A2, so he can't just cut that off there. And so now I have a direction to travel there. And he came down and captured. And I think I'm going to capture here as well. Now, if he comes over with the cap, I'm going to toss this for the spread onto B4 and C4. But he does have the capstone here. He might want to come over onto B3, and it looks like he's dropping a wall instead. You know what? Not a bad play. I'm going to go ahead and smash it right off the bat. I don't want him to get that stack with the wall. I also don't want him to be able to get it with his capstone. So I'm going to go ahead and protect this stack and make sure I can hold on to it. So what I'm going to do, he placed his wall there. I'm going to go ahead and place a flat up at A6. And then I can come over and capture onto A4 and make attack threat if he comes down with the wall. And then white's going to have to make a capture or drop a wall on A5 to stop me. And so I'm preemptively playing that flat up at A6. Now he's coming down. I'm going to go ahead and play at b5 to make my threat. He's probably going to come b2 left since he played that flat there, probably in preparation, waiting for me to make some vertical threat and just wanting to get that done with. Does decide to come over with the capstone. And you know what? I'm going to come over with my own capstone. So he has played there. Not attack threat, but he can make one on the next turn. I'm going to come out here with my capstone stack. I think this is a decent position here for me. I've got some liabilities here underneath this, but I think it's fine overall. I don't think that I am in too much trouble. I'm just playing along, getting some flats down. He's getting flats down as well. And that's okay. This is where things are going to change. He's going to play up at e6, which is going to be a horizontal and a vertical tack threat. And then I'm going to come down with the whole stack right here onto c3. Now, do I come over? I do have to make a capture here. I was thinking about coming over with this capstone, but that gets rid of my hard capstone and also gets these captives here in a position where they can be recaptured. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and make a capture here with d4 to cut that off. It'd be smart if he played maybe a wall or a flat here on d4 now. I think that would be a good play for him. He does go for that. And I am going to play up at d5. Maybe I should have played at c4 instead. I don't know. I like c4 also because it helps work towards my connection up here, maybe at a6, b6, and kind of going for that horizontal threat. And also, of course, placing at a4. So that might be something that I want to do here in the next turn or so. If I can manage. Looks like he has attack threat because he placed at e1. And now he can come over with this to do that, or over with this to complete that as well. So as much as I don't want to do it, I do think this is going to be the best decision. If he places down here at d2, however, I will have to drop a wall at c2 to stop that road threat, and then after the capture where I can place up at c4. I do lose the hard capstone though, so not super great. Let's take a look at the capstone, the flat count rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for me with +2 Comey, so that's 13 for me. So 13 to 9. I'm doing really well in terms of flats, but A lot of liabilities here. This stack right here can basically change the whole game. So I got to be careful not to let him get this by in basically any way. He cannot get that. That's just bad. Bad things happen if he gets that stack. Nope, looks like I forgot to place my wall at C2 first and just played up at C4 before it, and that cost me. Now I lose. You know, I've done this now in my match against Manatee and Nitzel, where I see the threat, I recognize it, and then I decide, you know what, I'm gonna play this move that gives him the win. And it was just, yeah, that was just me oversight, playing fast, just brain farting, not really paying attention to the game. And that happens. So that's exactly what I was worried about, and that's what's happening now in these later games, that my focus is just not there anymore, and I'm just playing bad moves. Bad moves. And here we go with game 2 of Simmon versus archvenison. Simmon in white, archvenison in black. I lost to a really easy to spot threat last time. Just planned on making a wall there and then placing, and I decided to just place right ahead because my brain was not all the way engaged, it seems. So I will be hopefully more careful and maybe take a little more time on my moves in this game. But we'll see. Interesting play there to drop the capstone. I like that, actually. It's good because we know he's going to come over and capture at some point. And now I am stuck in a less than ideal position. I like that. That's a good, it is a good counter to the knight's opening, I'd say. We'll see how he responds to this D1 placement. I don't want him to place at F1. I want to place at F1. I still have momentum now going horizontally. And let's see. Okay, so if I play here, 1, then he plays, 2, then he plays, then I... Okay, so I still have momentum in the vertical direction as well, and I can cut his horizontal off by playing there. Now he, I believe, has momentum. And it looks like that's where the game is going in this direction here. So I'm going to have to drop the capstone in a good spot where I could really get into both of his lines. And I'd say this is the best place to do that. Now he's going straight out. He could make that connection vertically, or he could just keep going horizontally, and that would work for him. It's a solid position there. Now I want to really hurt him here. I'll come over, and that cuts that bit off. I should have played, yeah, I think F5's fine. F5's fine. It's interesting that he played that wall there. I mean, he's got the Comey, so he can do that and not worry too much about flats there. But I am surprised that he made that play. Now, if I come down, he'll drop another wall and then be able to make a positive flat count differential move, which I'm not a big fan of. He's really pushing this vertical threat now. And in defending, I can sort of work towards my own horizontal threat. He's going to make a capture now on this move. Probably not down, but that's possible. If he does make it down, I'm going to do D1 left. Okay, so he made a placement instead. I'm going to do this. If he captures, that's fine. I'll make a threat. If he places here at C4, I'll come over with the capstone. I'm kind of hoping he places. He does place, and I come with the capstone. Yeah, I don't see myself winning this game either. I'm just not in a great position. But, yeah, stranger things have happened. So we'll see what he does here. If he makes this C4 left capture, that is going to be a attack threat for him. And I'll have to cut that off. If I do move over with my capstone, I can threaten to capture that, liberate the captive. If I come down with C2, that's attack threat of my own. Nope, he makes that placement, which is fine. That's a good placement. So he'll probably come down now with D2 minus to cut me off. No, he won't. Okay. He will, however, make a vertical attack threat. I'll come down and capture. This is a tough position. So I'm looking at what he can do here. He might want to capture up. If he does, I'm coming over with the capstone. If he doesn't, and does like a placement here, I'll probably want to place at C1 so I can come down with this flat stack or place at A3 for my road threat. Either of those works. This D2 minus is going to mess with me. Okay. Now do I come down with C2? That is the question. Yeah, I'll come down with c2. Make my attack threat, force him to capture, probably with d2 minus. Then I come here. If he drops a wall here, I can smash it and still make my threat. No, I can't. That would give him a road. That would give him a road. All right, I guess I'll just do that. What could I have done? No, that wouldn't have helped. Maybe I could have done that. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I probably should have done that. That would have been a fun move to play. Alas. Alas, alas, alas. No dice. This is going to be silly and ridiculous. Let's do it anyway. This is just, it's just a big joke now at this point. Me getting that stack away. Like, I'll lose the capture war on this stack here. That's not that's not in question. He comes over, I come down, he comes up, and then he's got it. And I have to drop a wall somewhere. And I drop it here on C2 if I were to drop it anywhere. Oh, this game is silly. It is silly. I do want to go back and look at this position here. What may have occurred if I had done this throw. I like it a lot, and I think that it might be decent. But I'm not sure. I do want to look at that, though, and that's going to be something I do after the game. Okay, what did he do? Okay, he played a flat there. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I can't move my capstone now because it's pinned. Capstone is pinned. I've got nothing. I've basically lost this game, but that's okay. He's playing well in this match. Not like he did against Timerot. Why couldn't he have played like he did against Timerot playing against me? That would have been great. I would have appreciated that. But nope. Instead, I played like he did when he played against Timerot. Okay, then. Cool. So he captures here. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Making your positive flat count differential moves. Making your good flat moves. Let's do something up here. Let's do something up here. Dropping a wall. He's got all these citadels. I'm gonna do a lot of work if I'm gonna be able to stop him from doing stuff with them. But I can't. I've got to force captures out of him, but I can't force captures out of him because there's nothing I can really do to make that happen. This game is lost, and that's a shame. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 2 is 15. I just gave him a positive flat count differential move there. That was a really bad flat placement. But I think the game has been lost since about... where was it lost for sure? Oh, it was lost earlier than that. Yeah, it was... I think it was lost here. On 24, I think is when the game was basically over. I could have come back from it if I had made a different move here, I think. But, you know, not really an option anymore. Now he makes a +3 move. Or he just plays a flat. Also possible. Places the flat. Then I come here with this big stack, recover it. Then he places a flat. I should just resign, but I know a lot of people don't like it when you resign. I don't like it when people resign. But okay, if I come right with E2, that's attack threat that he can stop with F3 minus. I'm doing it. Let's force some captures, shall we? Forcing captures. Desperation. No way. I guess. It's 15 to 11 right now in terms of flats. He's got 2 left. I can't make really any positive flat count differential moves. I can make a +2 move and that's it. And he can make a +3 move. There's, like, mathematically, I don't think there is a way that I can win this unless he just misses a road threat. That's basically it. So, I'm gonna give it to him. GG. Well, there that goes. So, first game I played very poorly. I do want to look at this, though. I want to look at this game, and I want to look back at move 24. Where is that? I think that's going to be here. Is it move 24? Yeah. So if I had done this, this is not a threat from me. And it keeps that away. It's not Tinue, but it's good. He would have to come over. Yeah, I'd say that was my move to make there on 24 is this move. It really changes things up and gives me a lot more options here. He can cut things off just by dropping a wall there. But I'm not sure how willing he would be for that. And yeah, that would be fun. Anyway, that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for all things TAC, especially the Discord server, which is where you can find all sorts of TAC resources, find all sorts of people to play with online here on playtac.com, or straight through the Discord server itself, playing asynchronously. These correspondence games where you can play 1 move a day if you want to. It's a lot of fun, and you can find all sorts of extra resources, strategy guides, things like that right there in the Discord, and have a good time talking about TAC with all sorts of other people. Anyway, that is all, and until next time, have a great day and happy tacking.